Hey everyone, how we doing? It is what time is it? It is about 10:50 at night, and today it is Friday, the 24th of March, year is 2023. Excuse me. Just enjoying another cigar right now. I'm just hanging out at my father's house for just a little bit where I used to do videos like this. I went ahead and I paid a visit because I have a package. I got myself some brand new knives for work. This is a Santoku knife from a company called Miyabi. I've always wanted some Japanese style blades. That's a chef's knife right there. I don't know if you can see, but maybe I'll just take it out real quick. The Japanese style blades are, I'm just going to not take off too much time in the video, but these Japanese style blades are a little different. You can see that right there. It's a folded of hard and soft steel, so it's durable and flexible at the same time. But anyways, I was having a conversation today with one of my main boss, and I told him that, you know what? We're alike, but we're different. And I said, you know what you're like, chef? You're like an alpha male, and I'm like a sigma male. And he's like, well, what do you mean by that? And I said, well, let me put it this way. There's like different levels of men in this world. There's like alpha, beta, gamma, delta. But there's also the sigma male. And the alpha male, he's like the captain of the football team in high school. We all remember back in high school and how we've had the most popular kids who was like the captain of the football team or the class president or whatever. But then there was also the sigma male who is like the handsome, charming, on edge bad boy who doesn't care to play by other people's rules, who likes to do his own thing, and all the girls like to chase after him. And he'll even go ahead and take the captain of the football team's girlfriend if he wants to. Guess who I am? That's right. I am a bad boy. But the thing is that I may be a bad boy, but I'm a bad boy who has a conscience. All right? Because I have been around bad boys who had no conscience before in the past. Or they were living the lifestyle of being actual criminals before. But the thing is, I come to realize being a bad boy is actually it's actually real fun. Being a bad boy has a lot of freedoms to it. All right? I mean, the way to describe what a bad boy is you play by your own rules. You have your own individual sense of purpose and who you are, where you want to go with your life. And you don't care to fit in and follow what everyone else does. You don't do anything unless you really want to do it. You're living your own individual sense of purpose. Because the vast majority of people in this world, they don't have their own individual sense of purpose. They follow what everyone else is doing. They follow the crowd. Like sheep. As I said before in my previous videos. Sorry about that. So, and it's very hard to go ahead and resonate with the rest of society when you have this sort of mentality. Because, as I said before, being a person who has his own mind and wants to play by his own set of rules, it's like you find conflict with everybody else. Especially when it comes to when you want to play by certain rules and where I do at work. See, where I work at, is owned by a corporation. And by a corporation, you gotta follow a lot of strict rules. You can't go ahead and do certain things like at work. I can't go ahead and play loud, offensive music. And I have to go ahead and really toned down on my demeanor and behavior as far as being a bad boy, but I still slide on in and do things here and there because I like to add a bit more of spice and finesse with everything I do. But one thing I'd realized at work, all the ladies like me. All the ladies like me. You know, because one of the things I come to realize is this, is that oftentimes women will go ahead and get married and have kids with the lame, boring, and bland nice guy, the beta male. But they still want to chase after the hot, spicy, fun, and exciting bad boy like me, who is living his life, doing what he wants to do whenever he wants to do it. He doesn't care to follow the crowd, and he doesn't care to do something unless he really wants to do it and not to try to fit in and appease others. And he's chasing after where he wants to go with his life as far as his goals and dreams, and living his life like he's driving a sports car going just all gas and no brakes. It's just I've had women come that will just go ahead and they're with their boyfriends or husbands like this, and they see me and they go, "Who's that?" And it's just like, again, I represent the spice in life that a lot of women are missing. We gotta light this up some more. So, being a bad boy is being like a tiger or a jaguar or a lone wolf. You're an animal that is out in the jungle doing what it wants to do whenever it wants to do it and doesn't care to answer anyone except for themselves. But I work well with people if I want to. It's like I am a combination of all these animals around my neck. The Chinese dragon, the wolf, the Bengal tiger, it's a dog over there, and the African lion. Be quiet! Hey! Sorry about that. Shut up! Sorry about that. Just the dog's barking. But anyways, so they'll probably calm down a little bit. But anyways, so I am a combination of all different kinds of animals at once. Which can be a bit intimidating for certain people. But the reason why I have this around my neck is because it shows off who I am. I would even go ahead and just, at times, not all the time, but I've been at all these animals at once when I was in a dangerous situation. I believe that it's important that if you are in a dangerous situation and someone's threatening your life, you have to defend yourself by any means necessary. I haven't been in very many fights before in the past, but I remember one time, like when I was in the 8th grade, I was facing off against a 7th grader. I forgot what his name was, but he was like a big bully. He was one of the biggest and meanest guys in school, and he was picking on me, and then we went at each other, just throwing punches. And then he tried to lift me up. He tried to lift me up off the ground and body slam me, And then I went ahead, I grabbed my fist or elbow, and I went right in the back of his neck, and then he let me go. And from that day forward, he never messed with me. And even, when I walk along the street by myself, say I've gone over to my mom's old neighborhood in the barrio in the middle of the day, just retracing my steps of where I came from. Yeah. And I'll walk around looking like I am right now by myself. Nobody bothers me. Nobody wants to mess with me. Because I exhibit a demeanor in which is intimidating. No. And I will go ahead, and if I have to defend myself, I will do so if it's necessary. Even if a dog tries to go at me, I will be able to do that. It's just being a bad boy has its perks to it, but you understand that I am not for everybody. When I'm in that sort of state of mind in which I go beast mode at the gym or I go beast mode at work, some of these younger kids who have not gone through what I've been through of my life and who don't have that sort of energy inside of me, they look at me like, I don't feel comfortable around this dude. And I apologize for throwing people off who are like that, who are intimidated by me. But I mean, I am a good person, but I have an intense side to myself. My good side is intense, and my bad side is also intense. Say, for example, like I said before, is that my good side is like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie The Predator, and my bad side is like the actual alien, the Predator itself. Or even just another example, I remember when I saw the movie like Venom, the one that came out in 2018, and it reminded me a lot of my dark side. Eddie Brock represents my good side, but the actual parasitical alien that takes him over and turns him into this monster is like my bad side. And it comes back to learn how to tame your beast and going ahead and using that animal in order to be able to make something of yourself. Still, I cannot deny what I am, but I have to utilize it for my advantage in order to make the best out of my life. All these animals represent the different kinds of animals I want to be like. Because as I said before, the world is a lot like the jungle. We're different animals doing what we can in order to make and survive or possibly even thrive within the animal kingdom and the jungle. So I figured that in order to be able to dominate life and to really be able to achieve what you want, you gotta be like some of the most dominating animals. The African lion is the most dominant animal in the African continent. The Bengal tiger, or even the Siberian tiger, is the most dominant animal in Asia. The wolf is more so like the most dominant animal within Europe, or even parts of North America. And the Chinese dragon is probably the most dominating animal in all of mythical folklore. But I even have a couple rings with the jaguar and with the eagle. And the jaguar is the most dominating animal within South America, South and Central America. And then the eagle is probably the most dominating animal within the sky. So if you have the heart and mentality and the intellect of all these animals in one, you'll be the ultimate beast when it comes to achieving what you want in life. But not everyone is like that. Not everyone is capable of being able to go ahead and have the sort of demeanor and behavior. So I turn off people because of that. And that's just one of the challenges of being a Sigma male, is that Sigma males are extremely rare and misunderstood. But who cares? All I care about is that I just choose to live my life based on my own terms, get along with those who really understand and appreciate me for who I am, where I'm going, and then just leave the rest of them aside. You know, because like one of my main mentors I've been checking on YouTube named Dan Pena, who is a multi-millionaire, I think worth $500 million, and who has taught millionaires and billionaires all around the world to become successful. He said this: if you follow your dreams, and if people don't like it, F them. Forget about it. And even one of my other main mentors on YouTube named Nino Brown, shout out to him. I've learned a lot from your videos as far as achieving greatness and going towards my goals. He said this in one of his videos, is that if there ain't supporting, they ain't important. If the people you surround yourself with are not supporting you and believe in you and where you want to go, then they're not important to your life. Like, that's one of the main things I talk about when I talk with women, and how I'm able to really have women be like, ooh, look at this guy. As I say, I'm a guy who's about chasing after what he wants out of life. I see myself as being a hands-on creative person, and I want to move my way up and achieve the best. And I'm not afraid to go after what I want. And girls would be like, I like him. And even one girl I was talking with, well, two girls I was talking with who just got off of work at one of the restaurants I work at, one of them said, oh, I believe in you. I support you. But it's just, for me, a relationship is hard for me to get into, because a lot of times relationships and women, they just want to slow you down. That's why a lot of times women settle down and have kids with the beta male, because the beta male is easy to control. He's easy to keep in the doghouse, and their main focus for beta males is to please everyone, especially pleasing women. But at the end of the day, I'm not trying to appease or please anyone except for myself, because I don't believe in fitting in and being a fake version of who I am. Most people in this world, a lot of times, they fake who they are in order to fit in. But I would much rather be real alone and just only choose to associate with those who honestly believe in me, with who I am and where I'm going with my life, rather than being around a bunch of fake people who don't know who they are and don't know where they're going, and they're lame and have no game. So that's just where I realize, is that I'm a bad boy, and I'm not going to apologize for it. That doesn't mean I'm going to go ahead and hurt other people or whatever like that. But I choose to live my life based on my own standards and my own rules. And if something makes sense to me, then I'll do it. If it doesn't make sense to me, then I won't do it. So, if you're a bad boy and you're a Sigma male, understand that you may be alone, but you keep your eyes on the prize, and you will achieve what you want out of life. Don't slow down for nobody. Okay? Because once you start slowing down, you only hold yourself back from achieving your best life. And that's what I'm going for. I'm more determined and focused than ever. I got my goals written down with what I want to do, and I'm making all the changes I need. And I've been doing that ever since I've been focused. I've been not drinking and not smoking. I have a cigar from time to time. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I don't choose to give into negative vices anymore, but positive vices. And the positive vices I give into are reading good books, elevating my mind, body, and spirit, going ahead and working out and playing basketball, and just making the proper steps towards achieving what I want and become the best version of who I am. And if people can't keep up, well, then they're not meant to be my friends. Because, like Dan Pena said, you don't need friends because friends are problems. Eagles fly alone. I can go ahead and look at a mountain, and most people say, oh, I can't get to the top. But my mentality is, how do I get to the top? That's the way you want to live. Because if not, you're only holding yourself back from achieving what you really want. Anyways, that's it for tonight's video. Just go ahead, embrace who you really are. And if you're a Sigma male, you're definitely something special and are potentially going to be someone special. But just do something in which you do what you love and the people love what you do. That's how you know you're winning. Anyway, I'm going to have to go and call this a night, guys. I mean, it's about 21 and a half minutes. I'm getting a little tired. I've got some more stuff to take care of tomorrow. It's about 11 right now. So, peace out. And you have a good one. Bye-bye.